In this presentation, we are going to cover the topic counters from chapter 4, sequential logic circuits, subject digital techniques 22320. Now first we'll understand what are counters. So counters are the sequential circuits in which the output value, whatever the output you get, that combination increases one by one. For example, the output, binary output is 0 0 for two inputs. So that will be for counter, the output will be 0 0. The next output by default will be 0 1, then 1 0, then 1 1, and again it will come to initial state, that is 0 0. So it goes on, and that is the counter. Here you can see the state diagram. The state diagram is a diagram showing the output combinations. So what the counter covers. So here the output will initially counter will cover initially output will be 0 0 for two output. Then next will be 0 1. It is shown by the next arrow. Then 1 0. Then 1 1, and again it will come to the initial state. That is a counter, and it is called a state diagram. The truth table is also shown here. The present is 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. The next state will be as first state is 0 0, the next state will be of course 0 1. So it starts from 0 1 and so on. So counters are actually sequential logic devices that follow predetermined. So the output is actually determined. You know that for 3 input binary, the initial state will be 0 0 0, then will be 0 0 1, 0 1 0, 0 1 1, and so on. Counting states which are triggered by an external clock signal. This is most important. The number of the states or counting sequence through which a particular counter advances before returning back to its original state is called the modulus. In other words, the modulus is the number of states the counter counts and is the dividing number of the counter. So counter types, there are two types of counters we are going to study, that is synchronous counter and asynchronous counter. The synchronous counter, basically the clock signal is applied to all the flip-flops. T flip-flop is basically used in counters. So all T flip-flops is connected to the clock. But in asynchronous counter, the clock is connected only to the first T flip-flop. The second flip-flop clock is connected by the output of the first flip-flop. So output of the first flip-flop is connected to the clock. So this is indirect method of connecting the clock. That is called as asynchronous. So asynchronous counters, flip-flops do not change states as exactly at the same time. So they do not have a common clock pulse. They are also known as ripple counters. The clock counters are divided in two categories, asynchronous and synchronous. Asynchronous are called as ripple counters. Synchronous, all memory elements are simultaneously triggered by the same clock pulse. Now very important is the designing. We are going to design the counters, asynchronous counters. So for design purpose, the very first thing you have to remember is you have to use T type of flip-flop. And if you are using J flip-flop, just connect both the inputs together to form T. As you know, T flip-flop can be formed using J flip-flop. JK can also be converted into T if JK inputs are connected together. So the designing steps. First thing is asynchronous counters are called as ripple counters or modulus counter. T types of flip-flops is used. JK can also be converted into T flip-flop if JK inputs are connected together. Always connect input of flip-flop to logic 1. So always for asynchronous counter, connect T flip-flop to 1. Always connect clock pulse to the first flip-flop. So actual clock pulse is connected to only first flip-flop. Then connect output of first flip-flop to the clock of the second. Output of second flip-flop to the clock of the third, and so on. Connect clear of all flip-flop together. Designing steps. So there are certain designing steps, so you have to follow. Number of states through counter passes, so that you have to know first. decide number of bits for ripple counter, state diagram, truth table for analysis, K-map simplification and logic diagram. So we'll start. So design 2-bit up counter or design mod 4 counters. So here we are going to design 2-bit up counter, asynchronous counter, 2-bit up counter. Now in counters, there, as you know that counters are actually classified as synchronous counter and asynchronous counter. So in asynchronous counter also there is up counter and down counter, and synchronous counter also there is up counter and down counter. Now what is up counter? If the counter starts counting the output from 0 state, 0 0, and then it goes on increasing and go till the last state and again come to the initial state. So if it is going in the ascending order, it is called as up counter, and if it is going in the descending order, that is from higher 1 to the lower one, that is 1 1, then 1 0, then 0 1 and 0 0, and then again 1 1, that is your down counter. So here we are going to design 2-bit up counter, or the question will be like design mod 4 counter. Now here step 1, first thing is, very important thing is to find the number of flip-flops. How many T flip-flops you are going to need? So here in the question only it is given 2-bit. So here you know that it is 2-bit. But if the question is design mod 4 counter, then mod 4 will define the clock pulse. Mod 4, if it anytime it is written, that means it is the number of output states. So output will be combinations, that is from the truth table. So that combination will be 4 combinations will be there, and 4 combination is only possible in 2-bit, 2 inputs. Okay, so number of clock pulse is 4 and number of flip flops is 2. Then you have to name the inputs. So T0 T1, name the output Q0 Q1, as only T flip flops will be used for designing. The next step is truth table. So in truth table, decimal number, then clock number, then the output. Now in counters, the output is written in terms of input. So here Q1 and Q0 and output Y. So Q1 and Q2 input, so 4 combinations will be there, 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1, and then again 1 1 counter will move again to 0 0, and it will follow and it will go on. Then again it will come to 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Then the output. Now output means, since we are designing mod 4 counter, that means we are going to count 4 clock pulse or 4 combinations of the output we need. So that combinations which we need 4 combinations of output. There you are going to put 1. So I need 4 clock pulse, so 1 1 for 4 clock pulse. Then next is state diagram. State diagram is the output diagram which the counter will give. It will start from 0 0, then 0 1 1 0 1 1, and again it will move to 0 0. This is the block diagram of 2-bit counter. So in this you can see T flip-flop is used. Always first flip-flop will be T0 Q0, then second will be T1 Q1. Clock is given directly to the flip-flop of first clock T flip-flop. Directly clock is connected to the first T flip-flop, but the second clock is connected to the Q0, that is output of T0. Output of T0 is connected to the clock of second flip-flop. T0 and T1 should be directly connected to 1, as we are designing asynchronous counter, and Q0 and Q1 output will be taken, and there we are going to find out the output combinations. This is the timing diagram for every clock pulse. What output you get, that you have to show. So since we are going to draw the clock, so first clock pulse, second, third, fourth, we need only 4 clock pulse. So first Q0, you are going to draw 0 1 0 1, Q1 0 0 1 1 according to the truth table. Now next we will design 3-bit up counter or design mod 8 counter. Now in this mod 8 given, a mod 8 counter is given, that means 8 clock pulse we have to count, and 8 clock pulse, so number of flip-flops required we have to find. So 8 is equal to 2 raised to 3. So therefore 3 flip-flops are required. So name of the flip-flops, input T0 T1 T2, name of the output Q0 Q1 Q2. Then next is truth table. So truth table, as there are three flip-flops, output names Q2, Q1, Q0. Sequence is important. You cannot write anyhow. So Q2 first, then Q1, then Q0. Then clock and the output. Since we need 8 clock pulse, so output will be 1 for all 8 clock pulse from 1 to 8. State diagram will show the states of the output. Initial state will be 0 0 0, then it will be 0 0 1 0 1 0 0 1 1 1 0 0 1 0 1 1 1 0 1 1 1, and then again it will counter will move to the initial state 0 0 0. This is the truth table. This is the logic diagram of 3-bit up counter. So here you can see 3 T flip-flops are used. In this T0, T1, T2 is directly connected to 1 as it is asynchronous counter. So remember, asynchronous counter design, connect all inputs T0, T1, T2 to 1. Clock is connected only to first flip-flop, and then output of first is connected to second clock, output of second is connected to third clock, and so on. And this is the timing diagram of the 3-bit counter. So here you can see 8 clock pulses required. Then Q0 is 0 1 0 1 0 1. Q1 is 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1. Q2 is 4 0 4 1. Next and a very important design of asynchronous counter is, now we have designed actually standard counters. So that is mod 4 counter, mod 8 counter. These are standard. 8, then 16, 32. These are standard one. But for what if you want to count only 5 clock pulse? So for that purpose, we need a designing steps, and that design we are going to do now. Design mod 5 counter. So as the question is here, mod 5 means we are going to count only 5 clock pulse. So it is a mod 5 counter. So very first thing is, how many flip-flops are required? So here you can modify means number of output states. Kitne output states we need is 5, and number of clock pulse we need is 5. So for that, 8 is the standard form, and 8, in that 8 you get 5 clock pulse. Out of that 8 you can have 5 clock pulse, and the rest 3 you don't need. So that time output you don't need, so that you have to put 0 there. So number of clock pulse is 3. So name of inputs T0, T1, T2, and name of outputs Q0, Q1, Q2. This is the truth table. Now in this truth table you have to do a slight change. So decimal number column, then clock Q2, Q1, Q0, and output. Since clock, how much clock pulse we need is 5 clock pulse. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Till 5, 1 will be there output, and 6, 7, 8 we don't need. So there you are going to put 0, 0 in the output. Now whenever such conditions are there, then you have to use a K-map table technique. So next is K-map. Now here in the truth table we have used Q2, Q1, and Q0. So here also in K-map technique you have to use Q2, Q1, Q0, Q2 MSB bit on column side, and Q1 and Q0 on row side. So this 3 input, the combinations, put all the output in this table 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then do the grouping. So 4 ones I have grouped. I got group 1 and group 2, and output is equal to group 1 plus group 2, that is equal to Q2 bar plus Q1 bar. Then the state diagram. So only 5 clock pulse is needed. So 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, and 1, 0, 0, and then again it will move to the initial state, that is 0, 0, 0. So after K-map table you are supposed to draw the logic diagram. Now here you can see 3 T flip-flops will be there. So T0, T1, T2 as usual. Connect all T0, T1, T2 to 1. Then output Q0 to clock, Q1 to clock, and output taken out Q0, Q1, Q2 as shown. All clear are connected together. What slight changes you are going to do is using K-map. Now using K-map you know that Q2 bar plus Q1 bar plus Q2 bar is there. That means Q1 bar is OR with Q2 bar. That circuit diagram you have to draw your logic diagram. So your OR gate is drawn. Q1 bar is connected to OR gate, Q2 bar is connected to OR gate, and output of OR gate you have to connect to clear terminal. That's it. So that is the design of modify counter. Then the logic diagram, the timing diagram of modify counter is shown here. Only 5 clock pulse is required. So show only 5 clock pulse, and up to that 5 clock pulse, whatever is the output Q0, Q1, Q2, that you have to draw here. And we will design mod 10 counter. So here number of clock pulse we have to count is 10, and number of flip flops required is 4. Now here it is very important. So as number of clock pulse required is 10, so in the standard format, for example, if you take 2 raised to 4, it is 16 clock pulse we can count. So out of that we can count 10, and rest of the clock pulse we won't count. So therefore number of flip flops will be 4. Give the name to the inputs T0, T1, T2, T3, and outputs Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3. Then form the truth table, decimal number, clock pulse. So here 4 inputs are there, the naming Q3, Q2, Q1, Q0, and the output Y. And here you can see the number of clock pulse count is to 10. I want to count is 10. So from clock pulse 1 to 8, output is 1. Then 9 is also 1. So here you can see that till clock pulse number 10, output is 1, and rest 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 clock pulse we don't require, so here it is 0. Then next is K-map table. So there are 4 inputs Q3, Q2, Q1, Q0. Substitute that, form the grouping of ones, and you get 8 ones group 1 and second group 2. That is a 4 ones. And the equation we get Y is equal to G1 plus G2, that is Q3 bar plus Q2 bar and with Q1 bar. The state diagram, all 10 clock pulse. So logic diagram of mod 10 counter is shown here, and you can see here T0, T1, T2, T3 all are connected to 1. The output Q0 is connected to the clock of second flip flop, and so on. Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 is taken at output. All clear are connected together, and clock is connected to directly to only the first clock of T0. And the whatever equation you get for K-map, here you are going to draw here. So here it is shown, and the output of the OR gate is connected to clear. So this is mod 10 counter. This is the timing diagram of mod 10 counter. So only 10 clock pulses needed, and Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3 is drawn. So you have to solve for design mod 6 counter, design mod 3 counter. Thank you.